Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we are starting to get a lot of info coming out for some of the details of the 5-year anniversary. We know that LR Blue Vegeta and Blue Gogeta are indeed coming. Quickly giving you guys a quick rundown on basically everything going on over the next couple of days. So, it is about to be the 29th in 25 minutes for me, right? After that, sometime, I don't think we get the celebration info for the 5-year anniversary at the typical time where we get the, like, 1 day until the anniversary, 2 days until the anniversary teaser, right? I don't think it pops up at that time. I think it shows up at the usual time we get celebration info, which is 10 or 11 a.m., whatever time it is. So, I think we're going to get celebration info in 11 hours. I think. I could be wrong on that. I'm going to be ready just in case the celebration info does come out, like, you know, at the same time where it's like, you know, again, like 3 days, 4 days, like I think it's 1 a.m. when we get those. So an hour and a half from now. But again, I don't think that's when we're going to get celebration info, because I do remember last year, the 4-year anniversary celebration info, I believe we got it at the usual reset time. So we're going to be prepared for that. There is still a lot of details we'll find out about, like, how like open is the Whis event to get equipment, and, you know, what other story events and stuff like that are going to be popping up. All of it's going to be very important. Oh, here, we actually don't need that. we don't need that up. Whoops. Okay, so what we're looking at right here is this guy right here, this Dokkan account. I've been following him for a long time, but occasionally, you know, he posts, like, info for us. Recently, like, you know, he's been able to get us, like, who, like, the extreme Z area units are, like, super quick and stuff like that, so that's good. Okay, so if we go ahead and take a look here, what we have is a bunch of info about the equipment or the skill balls, right? Okay, so we got a whole bunch of stuff here. So, yeah, it's something that only characters that you are higher can be used. Strengthen parameters such as stats and increase the potential skill level. So, that was very exciting to me when I first saw this, because it's one of those things where it's like, there's certain characters in this game, specifically, I'm talking about, like, the Super Vegetos, that counter, right? Who, a lot of times in difficult events, like this one right here, the Legendary Goku event, if they're not critting, they're almost worthless. Like, you know, in terms of, like, doing damage with those counters. Like, the counters they do like 57 damage. Like, it's just pointless. You need as many crit as possible. So I was very excited for this equipment as soon as we found out we could increase additional percent chance, the crit percent chance, and dodge percent chance. Because, again, like, AGL Super Vegeto got his EZA, and he is very good. Like I'm not gonna say he's not, but depending upon the situation, he can look incredibly underwhelming. That's one reason why I usually don't go too crazy for, you know, Tech Vegito Blue, Physical Vegito Blue, AGL Vegito Blue, is because, like, there's so much inconsistency in the way they're built up. Like, you know, you could have the enemy spread all their attacks out. I mean, for something like the Legendary Goku event, that's not really going to matter too much, because he attacks so many freaking times that you'll always be able to do enough counters to make the Vegetos actually worth it, right? But the problem there is that the defense is too high, so you can't really do damage with the counters unless you crit. So for units that do counters, like this Vegeto, Physical Vegito Blue, I guess the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma card, like, you need to give them, like, as much crit as possible, to really maximize the effectiveness of their counters, because that's the whole unit is designed around that, right? And then, of course, you know, the other annoying thing is that the fact he only gets a defense on his first attack, so if he gets supered right away, like, you know, his defense does nothing. It's completely worthless, which sucks. Okay, so, you know, we can get the skill balls. I guess I should start calling them skill balls, right? From the Training with Whis event that we saw in V-Jump. So there's 3 different types. The first one we get by awakening a unit to UR, so not really a big deal, because that opens up the hidden potential system anyway. The second one is just get to SA10. Elder Kais are so plentiful in this game, it's insane. Like, they actually now have, like, I think it's 2 Elder Kai banners per month. Every single month, there's 2 Elder Kai banners you could summon on to give you a bunch of Elder Kais. Like, they just don't care. They're like, yeah, here you go. Fine, whatever. Have infinite Elder Kais. Like, after the double rates banner that gave us Santa Goku every summon, LR Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku's banner, like, I have, like, 100 plus Elder Kais, and I have every unit in the game max leveled. So, like, now I finally reached the point where, you know, I don't really have to grind units for a long time. And then, of course, summoning for the type banners as well has gotten me a ton of Elder Kais. The good news, too, with that is your boy, I don't need, when the type banner comes out, I don't need to summon on that because I already have both those units rainbowed because when JP got new animations, not the last time, but 2 times ago. So we're talking it was July 2018 or something like that. At that time, the tech banner was the only banner up. So everyone went crazy summoning on that banner, testing out all the new animations, right? And then the last one, this is what's going to be tricky for a lot of players. You have to have 2 dupes unlocked. So basically what it is, unlocking the full ability to get full crits and additionals and stuff like that. Because of course you always want to go top, left, and bottom right, giving you all of those abilities, right? Like the crits, the dodges, and all that. It's very, very important. But the thing is, we now know what this equipment does, the skill balls, and it's not going to create a have and have not situation. So it's not like, me as one of the biggest whales in the game, now my, LR Blue Vegeta who comes out in 2 days is going to be twice as good as a free-to-play player. They're not that big of an impact. They're helpful for sure, but it's not something insane like that. This is not Zenkai Awakening and Legends or anything like that, which really created a grand canyon between whales and free-to-play players. This is nothing of the sort. This is just this is good. This is a really nice addition to the game. I hope they do expand upon this in some way. But it's just a solid way to get some extra buffs in a lot of units, right? Yeah, it's an extension of the potential system, basically. So, as a concept of attributes and rarity, higher the rarity, higher the effect. Okay, makes sense. Some skill balls have attributes and only characters with the same attributes can be attached. So what that means is there's AGL orbs, tech, int, STR, physical, and only those types of characters can actually use them, right? Okay. Once a skill ball is attached to a character, it cannot be removed. And if a new skill ball is attached to the frame currently being attached, it will overwrite the skill ball currently attached. So you can never remove these, and they get permanently deleted if you put a new one in there. Now, right now, we don't know the info on the Whis event, but I presume it's going to be the potential ball event where you're able to just do it once a day. That's what I assume. Because it's so crazy too. The amount of equipment you'd need for all the characters in the game. Here, I'm gonna pull my account up real fast. I don't actually have it set up to record, but let me I'm just curious to see how many LR and UR units I have. That's what I want to double check right here. So I'm going to filter just LR and UR. I have 664 units that are LR and UR. So that is what, 1,900, almost 2,000 of these skill orbs we'd need if I wanted to completely skill orb every single UR or LR character I've got. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm sure, we're eventually going to get orbs from World Tournament, probably EZA, probably difficult events will give out really good of these. Again, this is a very nice way to expand upon the game. I feel like Dokkan is continuing to move in a really, really good direction. I like this. I don't like the fact that once you attach it, it's gone forever, though. That's butt cheeks because, okay, so the scenario I just described where you can get it from a World Tournament or something like that, that would suck if it's a suit, okay, let's say it's a suit like crit plus 10 or something like that, right? You're basically just stuck with that on that character forever because that if that's the only one of those orbs you could get. So we'll see how this stuff is going to look in the future. Okay, so these are the bronze frames, skill ball that can be attached to UR higher characters. Looks like it's just stats. Okay, and then skill. Okay, I see. So fast is AGL. I believe technique is, whatchamacallit, tech. Intelligence is int. Power is STR. And then body is physical. Okay. So it looks like it's just bronze is just stats to characters. So, okay, 500 to attack. That's good. Again, so I was thinking that these orbs would massively buff the Vegetos. I still feel like that's kind of the case. I feel like these are going to work best for the Vegeto units because, again, for our boy Super Vegeto here, everything rides on his attack, right? Because you need the extra damage from counters. So, I mean, can you give him, hold on. So we can give him 500 attacks. That's going to bump him over 19,000 is really good. But that's just for the bronze one, right? And you could just do all types of things, HP, attack, defense. Okay, and then silver frame. So this is characters that can get to SA10 or higher. Crits can go up to 3. And then dodge. But there's no additional. Yeah, okay. So I was talking about the homie Goresh a little bit. Okay. So this is what he was referring to. So, basically, it looks as though, like, certain typings, right? So, like, AGL gets additional, physical gets additional, STR gets crit, tech gets crit, and then intelligence gets a dodge. So, they don't want to make it so that you could get, like, you know, like an AGL unit up to, like, 20. Okay. So, okay. Let's just talk about AGL Super Vegeta, right? Let's continue just talking about him. So you should have 15 crit for AGL Super Vegeta. There's no reason that it's a must. It is a must. You have to go full crit for counter units. So now we can get him up to 18 crit, which is definitely a buff for him, right? The extra 6% chance to crit is very useful. Let me switch down to gold. Can we get more crits? Yeah, we can, it looks like. Yes. Crit 3. Oh, so you can get it to 21. Yeah, you can. Okay. That's good. So it looks like 21 is probably the highest you can get to, I think. No, you can get to 20. Okay. So, like an AGL unit and physical unit for additional could get up to 23. An SCR and tech unit with crit can get up to 23 crit. And then an int type unit could get up to 23 dodge. Probably don't really... Maybe for, like, LR Piccolo, right? But, like, I don't really... And then the rest of these, like, you're not... Like, the healing ability up, maybe for, like, the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku, maybe. But, like, you're probably just never going to want to worry about these. Like, you know, doing extra damage if you have... type advantage, extra defense, you got type advantage, like, pointless, right? So those aren't really too big of a deal. Okay, so that's interesting. You are going to be able to get AGL Super Vegeta up to 21 crit. So it is actually a massive buff for him because that's what, an additional 12% chance to crit. So indeed, it does look like, I think AGL Super Vegeta, probably like Tech Vegeta Blue, Physical Vegeta Blue, they're the guys that I think are going to get the biggest buffs from this, because so much of what they do, like especially the Vegeta, like the Physical Vegeta Blue, you know, getting him like extra additional and extra crit. So like every turn you're going to be getting that hidden potential additional, and then his chances of doing crits are going to be crazy. It's so Global is going to get Vegeta Blue's EZA first, and then everyone is going to be sitting there like, can't wait to put equipment on him. It's going to be really exciting to see him with equipment, like and then yeah. All right, so let's go through here. So, yep. Just, you can increase all these abilities, which, again, I would definitely say you're going to want to probably just focus on crits and additionals for, like, 99% of the units in the game, right? Yeah, I don't think you're going to want to worry about giving them, like, the extra damage against, you know, type advantage and, you know, this extra healing. It's probably not going to be a point to it. And then, here we go for tech. And then, sure enough, there's no crits available for it. Okay. And then, so int you can't get dodge for. Okay. So, one good thing is this is going to close off a little bit of the disadvantage that int had previously. If you guys remember, you know, int, you know, having to get the 5 free dodge, whereas all the other typings get free additional or crit. So this will help int out a little bit, I think. Then STR, of course, would be int and additional, yep. And then this down here would be crit and dodge. Yeah, okay. So there we go. There's all the details for all the equipment. Here's missions. Get a skill ball. Get 5 skill balls. Attach one. Oh, these are the 55. Oh, I'm going to do another video after this because we're already at, what, 15 minutes basically. So I'm going to make a separate video on these tickets talking about these that get you the free LR. That is huge. You know, I'm going to probably immediately make that after this. Looks like, yeah, these skill balls all get you these tickets. Okay, that's big. Looks like put 5 skill balls on. Beat a stage for the skill ball. Just put a skill ball on, gets you a stone. Okay, so these are permanent missions, and then these are just 5 anniversary missions. Okay. Change one. Oh, so replace it. And then the skill ball that gets replaced will disappear. Put a copper frame on. Orbs. Okay. Copper frame 30 times, 50 times, 100 times gets you 3 stones. The silver frame just gets you Kai's. That's kind of butt cheeks. The orbs are way better. And then gold gets you stones as well. Nice. Okay, so that's a lot of extra rewards there just for doing these. I mean, as of right now, we only know of getting these from the Whis event, right? So, you know, we'll see how it looks. But this isn't like a mega change to the game. Like, oh, everything is so different. But we are now able to take this guy from 15 crit to 21. So that's very impactful, right? That is definitely going to buff this guy quite a bit. I'm going to be, you know, expect a showcase pretty early on of, you know, how good is, you know, Easy AGL Super Vegito with 21 crit now or something like that. Like, some of these units, like this guy, Physical Vegito Blue, Tech Vegito, like, okay, so everyone here probably knows my history of Tech Vegito Blue, how awful luck I get with him, how he just always sucks for me. This system seems built for him to me. Like, it seems like no unit, like, is going to get a bigger impact from this than these Vegito units that, you know, have, like, these counters and these additionals and stuff like that. So, like, you know, like, Cooler or something like that would also, like, really benefit from it, right? But, like, the Vegitos, they're the big ones everyone can think of. So that's going to be interesting. And then, like, okay, so, like, AGL Super Vegito, or, excuse me, AGL Super Gogeta, right? So we're going to be able to get him up to 23 additional now. I probably will do that too, because he's super effective against all types, and then he does guaranteed crit at blue, so he just doesn't need crit at all, really. So I will go ahead and give this guy the 23 additional. That's going to be nice. Because, you know, that'll give him a 46% chance to get an additional. That's really good, and that's obviously really impactful for this guy. So this system does seem good. Dokkan with another solid W for sure with this system. I'm liking this a lot. Because it's not super OP, to where, like, you know, free-to-play players are going to be completely shafted by not being able to get this. Like, yeah, obviously this is basically the strongest one. Because he's... Yeah, you could still get up to 3 and stuff like that. Yeah, okay. So like, you know, it's going to be useful being able to have this. It's just, the gold slot is the only slot where you can power up, like, additional for AGL and physical units, crit for tech and SCR, and then dodge for int, but you're probably, I don't I don't think you want to go dodge. I'm just going to say that right there. But, all right, let me know what you guys think of all this equipment details. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.